Hello everybody and welcome back to today's video where I will be showing you how to make creatures and plants in the uh, Fossils in Archaeology Revival mod and Prehistoric Nature mod, including this Megalosaurus, which looks beautiful but does seem a bit small, hops, and ginkgo trees. So let's get right into it by, getting right into it. So, the first step is going to be to collect fossils. If the fossils are from the Prehistoric Nature mod, so like Jurassic Fossil Ferrous Stone, versus if it's from the Dinosaurs in Archaeology mod, it's just going to be called Fossil. You will need the geologic pick. And in order to get more fossils with it, you will have to get the paleontologist enchantment for it in order to maximize fossil collection. And this is the crafting recipe, so you know. So it's kind of the opposite of a pickaxe. So let's mine this. My pickaxe also has efficiency 5, so it won't mine stuff this quickly. A Angosaurus. I've never heard of that. Lemulid fossil tracks. A Sinraptor displayable fossil as well. So, first, we are going to need to, now that I'm done mining that, I can go back to creative mode. Fill up the acid bath machine with acid and the fossils of our choice. Like, let's say, I kind of want to revive a Brachiosaurus, Cryolophosaurus, Mamenchisaurus, and a scrubby pine sapling, which I don't want to revive the sapling, but I'm doing it just to show it works on plants too. We need to fill the acid bath machine, be sure not to click on that part, with lab grade sulfuric acid bucket. And then we can click on it and oh yeah, those ones are already cleaned. Oh gosh, I just realized. There, now we just wait a hot second, during which time, do not break this. Breaking it will result in both buckets being placed in the space it occupies, and the bucket instantly disintegrates leaves and grass, both that type of grass and then the grass block. Well, it doesn't disintegrate the grass block, but it turns it to dirt. I know because there used to be a tree there, and I broke an acid bath machine right here, and the tree leaves, not logs, died, instantly disintegrated. So I just put the tree out of its misery and took away its logs as well. Coral, swamp horsetail, sea anemone, Ophthalmosaurus. I actually know what that one is. Well, I know what an anemone is, and coral, and horsetail, actually. But you know what I mean? A Geosaurus, a silver tree fern sapling. So you can get a bunch of fossils. And this part right here is for prehistoric nature only, by the way. and in putting it in the acid bath, we are cleaning the fossils. This next step is extracting the DNA. So in order to do so, we will need some files and benzosolvent. Is that how you pronounce it? I think so. I hope so. So we'll put the file here, the benzosolvent there, and the fossils that we want here. So Brachiosaurus, and this is a very quick process, and it will give us the Brachiosaurus DNA, Cryolophosaurus, Mamenchisaurus, and Scrubby Pine sapling. So if you're wondering what the check mark means that was on the Brachiosaurus, it is because the mod I'm using takes creatures from fossils in archaeology and makes it so that we can revive them the prehistoric nature way as well. So it shows a check mark to tell us that it's not originally from prehistoric nature. I believe that's also why we have what appears to be code, not code, but you know what I mean, instead of file of DNA, Brachiosaurus. So, now that we're done with that, we can optionally trash unwanted fossils in a way different than throwing them out, which I'm going to with these because they're decorations. Which is actually really cool, but, you know, actually that's really cool. Last time I tried that, it didn't work, but now it works. Oh, and don't mind how my character is Alex. I forgot to make it something else when I made it. Sin Raptor. I'm guessing Sin kinda means Chinese then, I guess, since it said Chinese robber. It's night. Good thing I brought these. So in here, trash unwanted fossils. So this, I am actually not going to trash that, but I typically am not particularly interested in plants and similar things like coral and just things that aren't animals that move around. So we will climb up here and drop these into this grinder. No, the grinder does not grind you. And you can do this for any fossil, but I just typically don't care as much about the plants as I do the moving creatures. So that's what I trash, and I keep the rest, even if I don't know if it's a plant or not. So this is optional, but it's a thing. So here is actually where we get some things that we're going to see. So let's grab some benzosolvent and let's put it in here. And we will notice that it is, by putting benzosolvent in the oligopool production machine, it turns it into a Lego pool, which we're about to see the use for. And to make benzosolvent, we make a coal tar processor, which I realized I should probably show you the recipe for these as well. This is the recipe, so it is not cheap. So yeah, it is not cheap at all, but it is required to bring creatures back. Although in this mod, I guess technically, different mods technically but it's part of the same series. You can actually go to like the Triassic dimension. In fact, that is a Triassic dimension portal over there. And there's a dimension for Triassic, Jurassic, uh, Devonian, Cambrian, Precambrian, all of those, except for things Cretaceous onwards, because the mod was, I think it was abandoned a while ago, which is also why you've probably noticed by now if you play Minecraft. Uh, this is not modern Minecraft. This is version 1.12.2. I believe the current version of Minecraft is 1.21.1. So it's actually old. It's actually the update before Update Aquatic. So there's no like sea turtles, I don't think. And it's also before the texture update, which is kind of not very hard to tell. Things look a bit different. But, so it is an earlier version of Minecraft, but that's irrelevant. Next part. You should probably look at the crafting for this as well, just to actually make a full-on tutorial. So this is also not cheap. So 2 gold ingots, 2 metal ingots, bunch of redstone, and even more iron ingots and redstone components. So not cheap. Oh yeah. What happens when we grind fossils into there is that, well, I don't really know what this actually does, but I grinded a bunch of Jurassic fossils. So supposedly, I haven't actually noticed this yet, but supposedly I'm like more likely to get fossils from Jurassic fossiliferous stone, supposedly. I haven't noticed anything, even with my other time machine over there, having like a much larger bonus than 0.467%. But anyways, in here, we are going to put all of these files of DNA in here. Now, once we close it, it will lock. So only close it if you're happy with the arrangement. So if we immediately open it back up again, we can change it. But after that, it's locked and we cannot change anything. So we give that a little while. It does not actually take very long. However, this part where it transfers to this part does take a while, so I'll skip through part of that. But this part alone does not take long. I just realized that I forgot to mention that this needs a Lego pool, which is the purpose of a Lego pool that we produce here from Benzene Solvent, which we produce from here. And there we go. So there's our Brachiosaurus. And then, so pretty much the crane took it from over here and brought it over here. Like, it's actually animated. It's actually pretty cool. And then, don't know what's happening here, but it creates a placeable, it's pretty much the same as a spawn egg. Which, if you don't play Minecraft, it is just, you place it down and a creature appears. Except unlike spawn eggs, it always spawns in as a baby. And here we go, now we have the Mamenchisaurus, which is one of my favorite sauropods. I don't actually know what sauropod is my favorite, but, I mean, I have a favorite sauropod. Probably. So here's the animation for anyone who wants to see it. Oh yeah, I can't jump up on that part. Oh yeah, still wait for that to be done. Is it done? Well, it's not done, but we don't get to see the rest of it. And at this point, we can put new DNA files in there. So let's take the Brachiosaurus, let's take the Mamenchisaurus, and let's take the Scrubby Pine, and now the Cryolophosaurus. All four. Now, which one of these is the smallest? Probably the Cryolophosaurus, considering the other two are sauropods and or trees. That confused me for a second. I don't think a Megalosaurus and a Cryolophosaurus will get along very well. So, I probably should have thought of that in advance. There's a Ceratosaurus in here, apparently. That's an herbivore enclosure, I know that. Okay, well, we're just putting it down anyways. And there we go. And in survival mode, this would be consumed, but I'm in creative mode, so I can use it more than once. And if we can right-click on it with a Paleopedia to get an advancement and its age and health and whether or not it has a nest. But if we go over here in the Paleopedia by crouching and then right-clicking, we can see a bunch of facts about it. So it's that's not what I meant to do. Neotheropoda from the Jurassic era. Bunch of facts here that I'm not going to read. Eats meat, requires a nest to breed, and this is where it spawns if we were to go to the Jurassic dimension. So it's pretty cool. What's that? That doesn't need to be in my hopper. So there's a Cryolophosaurus. It's no different for any living creature. And I haven't actually planted a tree yet. A revived tree yet, but I'm guessing it, like, either plants a sapling or plants a full-grown tree. It plants a sapling, which makes sense. It is scrubby pine sapling. Now, I wonder, can we actually... I'm still getting used to the Java Edition inventory. Much less the, we can bone meal it. Much less the 1.12 Java inventory. And then, for most trees, we can't click on their logs, but instead their leaves to get their information, to get the advancement. But I don't think there is any information. Statics. Animal, well, it's not an animal, so it's not in there. So, oh yeah, it says right there what the portal to go to the Jurassic is made out of. It says that with every dimension in here. For Minecraft, the portal block, like regular Minecraft, it is the stone block. But we don't flint and steel it, we use a bone wand with an enchantment on it. If you want, like, all of that information, you can, like, read the tutorial. But when I read the revival system tutorial, I did not understand it very well, so I made this video for anyone else who did not understand it very well. But now that we're done with that, we can do Fossils in Archaeology mod revival. So, much like last time, the first step is to mine fossil blocks, though this time it does not require the geologic pick, but the geologic pick can in fact break it. Now, I don't actually know what pickaxe is required to break it, but I'm guessing it's probably wood or stone. Alternatively, we could collect fossils by crafting a sifter and putting either sand or dirt or any similar material, well, not any, but other similar materials in it, and that will give us like potatoes, bone meal, bone, and fossils. But the primary method is to mine fossils and then analyze it in the analyzer. So, biofossil. Just give that a second. Okay, well, all that gave me was bone meal. That's not what I wanted. More bone meal. Okay. I was hoping for dino DNA. More bone meal? I know you do get DNA from this. There we go. Tyrannosaurus DNA. Wow. That's the first DNA I got, and it was a T-Rex. We can also put amber in there. Okay, that's the wrong type of amber. Apparently, I grabbed the wrong one. We could put Dominican amber in there. Apparently, there is a difference. And I'm guessing this has a much higher chance of getting DNA because the whole... Wow. I did not know you could get gravel from this. You can also do it with plant fossils. But anyways, I mean, you could hatch a Megalania or a Velociraptor, or we could just hatch a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Actually, it never specifies whether it's a Rex or a Macranius, so I guess Tyrannosaurus. But either way, we are going to need biogoo and a culture vat. We put biogoo here, and the DNA there. We can also put like things along the lines of Therizinosaurus vertebrae in there if we find those from a rare fossil drop, and then we know what type of DNA it's going to give us if it gives us DNA. And if you're wondering, no, you cannot put those in there to get DNA from that. That's from the other mod. That does not work. Actually, I'm curious if that's from the same mod. Okay, it's from the same mod, but it doesn't work like that. Blech! So, we can also revive plants the same way. And this part takes a long time and has a high chance of failure. So, I prefer that method. Sure, it's longer, much more expensive and all of that, but the chances of failure for this are just too low for me. I really don't like how low they are. So, like, if we incubate the Velociraptor DNA, we get a Velociraptor egg. If we incubate Megalania DNA, we get a Megalania egg. If we incubate fossilized fern spores, we get fern spores. And so on. I didn't take it. Just to speed up that process, and because I actually don't really care all that much about waiting for that, when I can just get it done now, because I'm impatient. We can just put that there, and okay, back to creative mode. I don't even know why I exited creative mode. If we get a Dinopedia, we can see if it's warm or not. So there is an option in the mod settings for the fossils and archaeology mod to enable or disable feathered velociraptors. I enabled it, so yeah. And I don't actually know if hatching an egg in some biomes will make it slower, or it can't incubate or anything without torches or something. I don't know, because even without torches, every time I've tried incubating an egg, the egg incubates. And that's what I'm talking about. The chances of failure are high. But we don't need that anyways. Mutant plant. That, by the way, mutant plant is nothing special from what I've learned so far. It's just a plant. So we can plant these, and they spread like a wildfire. They spread really quickly once they fully mature, which takes a little less than an endgame day. So they do spread really quickly. But yeah, T-Rex is almost done. Again, it's not confirmed that it's a T-Rex. It's just a T. And you're almost done. Once an egg gets to 90% incubation, it will start dancing. Because, you know, dancing eggs, why not? And there's a velociraptor. That's actually smaller than I expected. And apparently dancing inside the egg wasn't... Whoa! Did it just have a climbing animation? What? It looked like a climbing animation. Where did it go? There you are. Okay, what? Okay, am I hallucinating, or did everybody watching also see a climbing egg? Or was it just a regular jump like everything else? Anyways, the creatures from this mod, you can tame them. At least while they're babies. By feeding them. Velociraptor is a carnivore, but, you know, so it takes meat. But, you know, Triceratops is not a carnivore. Well, that was quick. And now if I do that... Whoa! The Velociraptor is a scaredy cat that eats Deinonychus eggs. And Ankylosaurus eggs. And it will say, hey, this is my owner, and so for a Velociraptor, if I take a bone, where is it? Now where did it go? I am glad that I accidentally got it with my knife. Okay, yeah, that looks like a climbing animation. I can change it from following to wandering and staying. It's staying as that of a wolf. Let's see. No, it just jumped. What? That time it just jumped, but that time it looked like it climbed. Oh my gosh. Or is it jumping animation? Just kinda a mix of the two. I don't know. Oh. The baby velociraptor is bigger than the baby Cryolophosaurus. Which the creatures from prehistoric nature are not tameable. They do have humongous appetites though. So let's get you to, okay, that one was definitely just a jump. Is it just a jump? No, it's just a jump. I was just going crazy. Okay then, well, now that I know that, I think that's going to be the end of this video then. So, if you enjoyed it or want to support the channel, leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe. And yeah, that's it. Bye.